What's going on, everybody? Welcome on back to the Point of View Podcast, Episode 7. Force Awakens. Episode 7. Not really.
Fantastic.
Episode 7 of the Point of View Podcast. With me, as always, is my partner in crime, Mr.
I'm Gerard, and
You better know him by now, because if you don't, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not every episode. I've missed a couple, but yeah.
Just a couple.
Yeah, basically every episode, somewhat.
What's going on,
Been
everyone?
loud Also,
Hope you're all
probably.
doing well. Oh, I'm sorry. What's that?
No, I was just never mind.
Oh, you're just messing with me.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Remember, here at the Point of View Podcast, everything we tell you is true.
From a certain point of view.
Yes, from a certain point of view. Thank you, Obi-Wan. We're almost back to your universe, but for now, we're going to finish up talking about Infinity War.
Yeah.
So, I still hurt. How many times have you seen it?
Twice now.
Cool.
Twice. And it's been a couple weeks actually, but yeah. No, I've seen it twice. I enjoyed it
last time
both
I saw
times.
it was April 27th.
April 20th, which is a while ago from when we're recording
was the
this.
day it came out.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I can't yet.
I get that.
Honestly, and I probably should because it's such a good film.
Yeah.
But, dude, I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's just a lot to swallow in one film. Again, it's one of my. It might be my favorite Marvel movie.
It's
to
definitely
date.
up there. It's definitely up there.
Yeah, but where is it? So before we get into the rest of our theories, remember on our last episode we kind of said at the outset, or towards the end rather, of episode 6, we were going to get into our theories of Infinity War, our theories that come from Infinity War for Avengers 4. But before we do that, what is, so now, some time removed, what is your top 5 in the MCU?
My top 5 in the MCU, this is not something I prepared to answer, so in no particular order, I'm probably going to say Ragnarok,
Okay.
Infinity War, I'll go Winter Soldier,
Yeah, totally.
I'm going to say the first Avengers, not the first Avenger,
classic.
but the first Avengers movie.
You don't like Red Skull?
Yeah, exactly. And fifth one. I'm trying to think now. Okay, you give me yours. And then
No,
you
that's
give me
fine.
yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I might do the same thing as you in no particular
Okay.
order. Winter Soldier, Infinity War,
Mhm.
first Guardians,
Oh, Okay, I'll put first Guardians as mine.
Ragnarok,
Actually, now
that's
that I think
4.
About it, yeah.
and 5. Oh man, I think because of the visual aspect, Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Doctor Strange
The
is
movie
definitely
is
another
solid.
good one. Yeah,
The
it's
movie
really good.
is solid.
I'm excited when they make another one.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Now, one common thread with our top 5. See how I did there? Look at this clutch transition.
You did.
The common thread is all those characters. Most of the characters in all those films are in Infinity.
Oh, I forgot about Black Panther.
Oh, and Black Panther. Oh, wow, I took that sacrilege
What do I
just for
knock
saying
off?
that. I don't know. Okay, would that... Okay, take out Doctor Strange, put in Black Panther. Just edging out Doctor Strange,
Yeah, for me, I'll
because we talked about the
knock out-
rubbery CGI and a couple aspects of Black
That's
Panther.
true. Yeah.
Whereas Doctor Strange, they poured everything into CGI.
Oh, God. Yeah, for me, I think I'd either knock out Avengers or maybe even Winter Soldier. Probably Avengers, actually. Probably
okay.
Avengers.
Yeah, sure. That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, it's a good top 5.
Oh, we forgot about Iron Man 2.
See, I liked Iron Man 2.
I hated it.
I know you hated
it.
You
so
hated everything
bad.
but the first Iron Man, as far as that trilogy goes.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently the third one is... I watched a video, actually, from a reviewer, and he was saying that the third one's actually not so bad. If you
I haven't
revisit
watched it in
now.
a long
I
time.
know you hate it.
Dude, that movie, it's the first time I've walked out of a movie theater at the end of a movie feeling ticked off. Like,
Okay.
I just spent money on that. I was so mad.
It's
and maybe
real
I was just
weird.
young and didn't really dive into the
Yeah.
actual aspects of the story too much, but I was just angry.
I get that. I think I have to revisit that one too, because I don't remember it super well. I just remember not really caring for it a great
And
deal.
Pepper having powers. I mean, what the heck was up with that? I mean, that's
and
just
then
one.
them going away.
And then yeah, I know.
Yeah, and all him destroying all
Yeah,
the
where
Iron
were you
Man
in
suits,
Infinity
and
War,
then he just
Pepper?
has all the Iron Man suits back in the next movie.
Yeah, he
it's-
destroys everything, and then he's Iron Man like
Yeah,
a month
exactly.
later. Yeah. Well, so Avengers 4.
Mm-hmm.
A lot to think about.
Yeah.
We have 11 months
Mm-hmm.
until it drops. And honestly, I could see them dropping a trailer in 3 or 4 months. I could see them putting one 7 months ahead.
They could.
8 or 7 months ahead. Personally, I would.
I was about to say what Star Wars movie's coming out in December. Because I was gonna say they'd attach it to that. I don't know what other big movies that Disney has coming out for the rest of the year, not off the top of my head, but I'm guessing.
Are you
that
talking just Disney in general?
Yeah, just
or?
Disney in general, because I would guess that they'd probably attach a trailer to that.
Okay.
But,
yeah. Hey, speaking of
what
which,
it
did you
is.
see? I don't know what studio is doing it. I forget. They're making another live-action Jungle Book.
Yeah,
Mowgli.
what's up with that?
What is up with that? They
I
just
don't
dropped
know.
the live-action one like a year and a half ago.
Exactly. It has to be a different studio.
It's got to be a
though,
different
'cause I
studio.
think
And how'd
that's-
they get the rights to that?
It's public domain. The
oh,
Jungle Book is.
Is it really?
Mhm.
So anyone can buy into that franchise and make
Yeah,
movies?
I think there is like a Disney Jungle Book.
Yeah,
that is
which was awesome.
Yeah, and that's specifically to them. That's that's Disney's content. But
They just can't
Jungle
name
Book,
it. They
the
just can't
story-
name it Jungle Book.
They probably could name it Jungle Book, but I think that they named it Mowgli just to differentiate it. But that story itself is old enough that anyone could do it. It's like, anyone could do Sleeping Beauty technically if they wanted to.
Oh,
They
okay.
just couldn't do the Disney version
How come
of it.
How come Disney can't keep that like locked away? 'Cause Sleeping Beauty I thought was exclusively Disney.
But I don't remember when it is that copyrights on stories like that expire, but there
Copyrights are
is
weird,
like
man.
a certain point when they do,
Yeah.
they just become public domain, so anyone can make anything
Okay.
out of it.
All right. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, back on that subject of Disney having big movies come out this year.
Mm-hmm.
The next big one for the MCU is Avengers 4.
Yeah.
Now we kind of touched on a few of our theories in our last episode, but we didn't really dive into them too much. So we're gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
Starting off with the alternate timelines. So
I do actually have just a couple of quick points, just not related to that I just want to add.
Yeah,
Just-
what's up?
Just
Yeah.
a couple of observations
No,
that
go
I had
for it.
about the movie.
Yeah.
This is just like a quick technical thing, but every time that Thanos like picked up like something like a real object, like particularly I noticed it in like the first scene when he picked up like Thor and Loki, it looked really janky.
Oh,
Like,
really?
You could clearly tell that like they're on wires and the movement is just real weird.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So that was one thing that I noticed this
I feel
time
like
watching it
Thanos
again.
CGI is like one of the toughest projects
It's hard
to take on.
Yeah, it's hard.
I mean, a large figure like that. Although, why can't they? It seemed like it could be the same principles as Hulk.
Mm-hmm. I would
an
think so
extent.
too. Hulk doesn't really like. I mean, I guess he kind of does, but I was
Hulk
gonna
gets
say
his
pick
butt
stuff
kicked
up,
in the
but-
first 30 seconds,
Exactly.
and then he goes away.
and then he's gone for the rest of the movie.
Which, by the way, and this just might be being a total greenhorn, even though I thought I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that Hulk and Banner are two separate like personalities.
Two separate entities.
They're separate entities. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, within the same body.
Within the same body. I is that how it's always been?
Yeah.
The whole story?
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah, that was. I mean,
Because also like
I kind of got that, but at the same time, I kind of thought Bruce had a little bit of control over Hulk, kind of like how Eddie Brock
Yeah.
and Venom operate
Mhm.
of sorts.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah.
But yeah, that was crazy.
No, but he basically never has any memory of anything that happens when he's the Hulk. He just knows
because it's not his entity.
Yeah, he just knows he's breaking things.
Yeah, he just knows that he's doing something.
Doing something real bad. Another thing.
Yeah, what else did you want to add?
Peter Dinklage and Chris Hemsworth, they basically do the same accent in the movie.
Yeah, and you notice they never show them really in the same shot. 'Cause
No, they don't.
They were lazy on that CGI.
Yeah.
There
Apparently-
was an article about it.
Oh,
they didn't want
really?
to dump. They didn't want to dump budget into it. Yeah,
Makes sense.
Which makes sense. I mean,
Someone
it's a
actually-
giant elf.
Yeah,
Or
someone like a
giant dwarf. Sorry.
Yeah. Someone actually pointed this out. They were saying that Chris Hemsworth was always looking straight ahead, not upward.
Yeah.
like he should have
That's
been.
the thing. Yeah, exactly.
So I thought that's also kind of funny.
They should have put Dinklage on stilts or something.
They probably
for a reference
should've.
point for
Yeah, or
Hemsworth.
even like just, I mean, I guess like that entire it's hard when you're just acting against a green screen.
yeah.
It's not an easy thing to do.
No, it can't be.
No.
I mean, part of portraying a personality is your ambiance around you.
Yeah, exactly. It's
And when
much
you don't
easier
have
to
a
get into
set.
character when you have like a real practical set, not when you're just, surrounded by lime green walls.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that Scarlet Witch is the only character that they let just have her costume be something that's actually in her closet. What else? Yeah,
And apparently Steve and Natasha never take theirs off.
no, they never do. What's up with that? Captain America's always dressed like Captain America. And actually,
Does he go to the bathroom? Like,
yeah, in that. How does he get unzipped? Yeah, that's real weird.
does the
but
Iron
yeah,
Man suit have a filtration system?
I would hope so. I mean, there are sometimes when he can't take it off, so like, yeah, you'd think. Yeah, actually, no, they never do. Like, take off
No.
their.
And that's probably. I mean, they suited up because they heard about.
I mean, they were
and
also
how do
only
they
in,
how do
like,
they
5
know
scenes.
where Vision and Scarlet Witch would be when
How
they
did
go to
they
rescue
know
them at
that-
the train station?
I
Did they ever address that?
I think they never addressed it directly, but I think the reason for that was just because Vision was supposed to leave like at that time. So I think that like they knew to go like looking for him or whatever, or maybe even he was supposed to go to that train station or something, and that's where they'd meet him. I don't know exactly, but yeah, something.
Huh. Yeah, no, good points to add though.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, back to our first little point for our theories that we want to talk about. So
Also, my favorite line: "He never fought me twice." Yeah.
Wait, where was that again?
That was Thor. Thanos has never fought me. Yes, he has. Well, he's never fought me twice.
Oh yes, I forgot about that. That's so funny. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's never fought me twice.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty much. I think that's all that I wrote down.
That tree over there is my friend. I am Groot.
I
am Steve Rogers.
That was pretty good too.
So funny.
Okay, cool.
Man, he was melancholy.
Yeah, he really
It was
was.
weird.
Yeah,
On purpose.
of course. Yeah, I hope we get more of him in the next one. You have to.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have
'Cause
to.
I'm.
And there's got to be an emotional reunion between him and Tony.
Yeah.
You know there has to be.
Or an unemotional reunion.
No, I think. I mean, I don't even want to talk about it because I feel like that's going to be the reunion is where one of them dies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See,
I mean that poetically, that's how it would go.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, that's such a Shakespearean
and I
type
think it
of
would.
thing.
Yeah, it would probably be Tony if it does end up being someone.
It can't. And it's kind of ties into alternate timelines. You've talked about how, you think Steve is going to be sent back to the 40s.
Yeah.
I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, I think
And
that
I
would
think that'd
be
be a really cool thing
the
to
best
do.
thing for them to do. Yeah.
I think they should do that personally because, it kind of just makes sense.
Yeah.
If they're gonna explore these alternate timelines, why not?
Yeah. Give a character a happy ending.
Give a character a happy ending.
Chris
Yeah.
Evans never wants to do another one of these again. Just do that.
Has he made
It's
that
the
clear
simplest
after
thing.
Avengers 4? He's done. Has he made it clear? Because
He's-
Hemsworth has said he'll play Thor.
He's made it
still.
decently. Hemsworth has basically said that he'll do this forever. If they, keep paying him, obviously.
Because I think he loves the character.
He loves it. Yeah, he clearly loves what he's doing. I think that Chris Evans wants to move on and do other stuff, which, that's fine.
He is the most thespian of the entire cast, I think. Next to Downey.
Yeah, or like War Machine, Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle is too.
In terms of like the main, like the dudes, I think that he definitely is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll agree with
Right?
that. Yeah.
Okay, so do you think the Time Stone is going to have some kind of important, pivotal role in the fourth Avengers?
Probably. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the Gauntlet will too, I'm sure. And they, they showed the mold of the Gauntlet. At that place for a reason.
There's going to be another Gauntlet.
There's going to be another Gauntlet. There has to be another Gauntlet. The one that Thanos has is more fried than the steaks I cook up.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's it's gone.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
absolutely gone.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think will happen with the time if they go Time Stone route, not Gauntlet route, but Time Stone? They get the Time Stone from Thanos.
Okay.
How do you think they're gonna do this?
I think it has to be some sort of like reset the timeline type of thing,
right?
Directly before Thanos wipes out.
And could it be Time Stone and reality mixed together?
It could be. It could just be they get all the stones. Like someone gets all the stones, whether it be like, Captain Marvel or something like that. Someone gets all the stones and uses them to bring it back. Yeah, that's coming out later this year, isn't it?
No, March. It comes out 2 months before Infinity War.
2 months before Infinity War.
Before Avengers 4. Sorry.
2 months before Avengers 4. Wow, that's actually
March 2019.
close together. Okay.
Which is brilliant.
Yeah.
It's like what they did with Black Panther.
Mm-hmm. Is this okay, no, we're still in Phase 3. I forgot Phase 4 doesn't start until after.
Yeah. Last Phase 3 film was Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh,
really?
Then
it's Phase 4.
Then it's Phase 4.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
Normally they end phases on an Avengers film.
But this time they're ending it.
But they're not. Next year they're not.
Yeah, no.
It's like the second film in Phase 4.
That's real weird.
Isn't that odd?
That's a strange way of doing it. And I don't know what else they have coming up in Phase 4.
Another point I wanted to bring out to you about these Avengers films,
Yeah.
all of them, all three of them, and soon to be 4, is one. Well, let me preface it by saying this: one mistake that I think franchises commit is having so many films, but different directors each movie.
Yeah.
And the first 2 Avengers were Joss, right? They're Joss Whedon.
Yes.
And these next 2 are the Russo brothers.
Yeah.
The brilliance in that is it creates you only have continuity between basically, I mean technically 3, but 2 directors.
Yeah.
As opposed to, could you imagine if there was 4 different directors for these films?
Oh, it would be
the styles.
It would be a disaster.
I mean, it could work, but honestly, I think it would be crazy.
Well, yeah, and that's what you get like when you look at the other trilogies, if you really want to even call them that, because they're really hardly even connected one movie to another.
Go from the first Thor to Taika Waititi's.
Oh, all 3
Ragnarok.
of the Thor movies
They're totally
are completely different.
They're totally different.
And one of them is really bad.
One of them is really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spoiler alert, it's Ragnarok.
Yeah, exactly.
It's amazing.
But no, those movies are all very different. Even though Marvel movies do kind of all look the same to a certain extent.
Well, you're talking as far as cinematography.
As far as cinematography.
The actual processing of the images.
As far as color palette, the actual processing of the images. Not so much Ragnarok and Guardians. Those are the ones that stand out as different.
Still a lot of bright colors, though, I would say.
That's true.
The most, and it's on purpose because I watched an interview with the Russo brothers. Winter Soldier was purposely very, what is it? What's that tone?
Boring.
It's a lot of gray.
Exactly.
On
That's
purpose.
what I mean. Yeah, it's I get that. I get that was intentional, like you're saying, but Winter Soldier was a
like sepia. Is that the tone?
Yeah, sepia. It is kind of,
or sepia more orange.
Sepia's like the maroon brown.
Thank you. So that's
kind
wrong.
of. Yeah,
it's not sepia.
very grayscale though.
But
I
you know
know
what I'm
what
saying.
you're talking about. Yeah.
The grayscale, thank you, was very high with Winter Soldier on purpose.
Yeah. Which is
and rightly so.
Yeah. And I don't like the way that movie looks personally, but
you like the movie itself.
I like the movie itself. Yeah.
I do too. That film was great. I kind of want to watch that tonight.
It's pretty good.
It's just so fun to watch. One I have not watched the first Avenger in a long time.
Captain America, the first Avenger?
Yeah.
Okay.
First Cap.
I don't think I've seen that since it came out. No, maybe I've seen it on TV.
And there's some cool parts in that movie.
Yeah, there are.
Like when he swims and chases down that underwater like boat, basically.
Yeah.
That Hydra had. I mean, that was kind of cool.
Yeah,
it shows his superpowers more than any other movie, I think.
It
well,
does.
no, I shouldn't say that. It shows his superpowers a lot, though.
Yeah.
Besides super
it shows
strength.
the potential of what he can do under his super strength. Yeah,
that's what it is.
I get that. No, I need to revisit that one because I didn't really love it the first couple times that I saw it.
It's
and
kind of. I
apparently
mean,
also,
it feels very kiddie.
It does.
You know?
It really does. I think that movie was before they really found their footing of what these
It
things
was.
should
It was
actually
before
be.
this whole franchise really kicked off.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't really till Avengers, I'd say, that they're like, okay, this is what these movies
when
actually
Avengers
are.
dropped, it's like, yeah, okay, we should not screw this up.
Probably
'Cause
not.
we
Yeah.
have something.
Well, because they had been working for, what, 4 years at that point? 3
Yes.
years? 4 years. 4 years.
Oh wait, Iron Man.
Okay. Yeah. 4 years at that point to set up this movie. They
Yep.
better do a good job.
Yeah, totally. And you think about it too. In 2012, I think that was one of DC's lowest points too. So when you think about it as far as
Because
a
2012 was Dark
when-
Knight Rises, right?
Yeah.
Or no.
No.
2012 might have been
Dark
Man
Knight.
of Steel.
Dark Knight. When was Dark Knight?
Dark Knight was
Oh
like...
nine.
Dark Knight, I think, was 09. Because
Okay.
Batman Begins was like 2005. Dark
Yeah.
Knight might have been like
Dark Knight, I think, was
2008, 2009.
Dark Knight
something
Rises.
like
I
that.
think was 2013.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
No, are you sure? I thought for sure that Dark Knight Rises was 2012.
I
and
might be
Man
wrong.
Of Steel was 13.
I don't remember honestly.
Okay, I'll just look it up. really
Great
quick.
films though.
I actually have come around on Man of Steel.
I haven't watched Man of Steel.
Yeah, Man of Steel
actually.
was 2013, so
It
Dark
was.
Knight must have been 11 or 12.
11 or 12. Yeah.
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 Yeah, that
But if
movie's
you-
actually...
as far as Man of Steel, okay, yeah, it was an okay film, right?
That's kind of how I
But
feel about
they
it, too.
haven't. They were still trying to find their footing.
And they
Whereas
never
Marvel
did.
Yeah, whereas Marvel had 4 years of films already that were overall pretty good.
Yeah, they're
So
all
you think about
fine.
that whole. I mean, if you think about this from an economic standpoint and that market share, I mean, they had an opportunity to really just squash DC,
Yeah, and...
and I think for the most part they kind of have.
Oh, completely. And, I'm sure that they're either going to ditch the DC movies entirely or, do some sort of Flashpoint type of thing.
Before we get more into these theories,
Mm-hmm.
where do you think, and just like a 1 minute synopsis, where do you think the future of DC is in 5 years? Are these phases really carried out?
I really hope... they're doing some strange stuff over there right now.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to make all these Elseworlds movies now, like that Joaquin Phoenix Joker type thing, which I don't want to watch that.
I haven't even read into that. To be honest.
That's supposed to be a thing that's coming out. I'm sure that they're planning a second Wonder Woman, which you know what? Okay, fine. That's
And
the
Justice
best.
League.
That's the best one of those. Justice League, sure, I guess. I think they're supposed to make a Flashpoint movie at some point, and I think that that's kind of the point where
That's dangerous.
I think that the reason that might be okay is because they could just change everything around at that point.
And totally justify
They can
it.
be like, yeah, and just completely justify it. They can be like, okay,
Well, it's Flashpoint.
Ben Affleck, you don't actually want to be here, so you're gone now.
Does he not?
He doesn't want to do this. He doesn't like these movies.
Ben Affleck is
He
not a
regrets
superhero
signing
actor.
on.
He's not a superhero actor.
You know what? I don't think it's. I
He's
don't blame
good
him.
at it, but
Yeah.
that's not. Dude, Ben Affleck is a Hollywood genius.
Yeah, he's a good director, and you know what?
I think he's a good actor too, personally.
I think he's been fine in some stuff.
But you're right. He is a writer.
Yeah,
first and foremost.
and he's not the problem with these movies at all. It's the characterization of Batman that's the issue.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, good stuff right there. Good stuff.
Yeah, cool.
So,
You want to actually hand me the show sheet if you have one?
oh yeah,
You
sure.
know-
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
So the Soul Stone being traded for Gamora's life.
Yes.
Is that like almost going, like it's almost like a for sure thing going to happen?
I think so. Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Some people have said like she's trapped in the Soul Stone, which I could.
I fight that theory only because you saw her dead.
That is true.
On the
You do
ground.
see her dead body,
He didn't just leave her in Vormir.
which, by the way, after that big of a fall, her body held together quite well.
Yeah, what was that? 200 feet?
It was
Give or
it's-
take?
It's a big jump. Yeah, I do think that it will have something to do with the Soul Stone when she does eventually come back, because she's not going to be one of the characters that's dead permanently. There's no chance of that.
I was shocked they even like flirted with that.
Yeah, it was surprising. She wasn't one of the people that I expected to die in the movie.
No.
That's for certain. And it was a good moment. It's a little too much slow-mo for me, but it was a good moment.
You're such a slow-mo hater.
I
hate
don't-
slow-mo.
I don't like it. It's
because you're a Flash fan. You pretentious watcher.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's just one of the. It's an editing technique that I just really don't care for. I don't think.
You think it's just played out?
Yeah, I think it's played out. I think it's a cheap way to build up emotion. I just don't think it looks good. Like, I get why they do it, and I get why some people enjoy it. It's just not for me personally.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think it adds a certain ambiance to certain parts of a film.
Okay.
As far as, okay, for example, when there's a lot of slow-mo shots when Thanos is about to tear through the Avengers, and you kind of brought this out in the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that because honestly, it draws out your heartbreak,
Yeah.
which is what they're supposed to do.
Yeah,
You
I understand.
jerks,
I understand.
Anthony
Exactly.
and Joe. Gosh. But I think it looks good, especially with this film. There's a lot of emotional aspects that can be brought out with slow motion.
Yeah, totally fine.
And speaking of emotions, our last theory I want to talk about, because really we had three main theories we want to talk about, because these are I don't think there's a whole lot that can happen with Avengers 4.
Yeah.
They didn't set up too much, which is brilliant, because if you set up too much, it's like
You can kind of choreograph what's going to happen in the
if you
next
set up
movie.
too much, it's like you almost oversaturate the ridiculous stuff that would happen. Whereas this, they've set up 3 potential gateways, which are all completely possible.
Yeah.
We
And
have
I don't
no idea
know.
what- we
I
don't-
don't
we
know
don't
what's
know.
going to happen.
We don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
We don't know,
Yeah.
which is
good.
Good.
I prefer it that way.
me too. I mean, we know for sure a lot of these characters are going to be back, but we don't know how.
Exactly.
Which is the element of surprise, which I think is
Yes.
cool. Now the last one is okay. Now, yes or no? I want you to answer me right off the top of your head, right when I ask you this question.
Okay.
Does Tony Stark die?
Yes.
Does Captain America die?
No.
Okay. Why do you say Tony dies?
I say Tony dies because I feel like that is the best way to end his character's arc.
He's also going to be a father in this film.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I
Gwyneth
forgot
Paltrow
about
accidentally
that.
dropped
I
that.
forgot about that.
She dropped that. She spilled the beans.
Oh yeah.
Now I don't know if that's false marketing. I wouldn't
It
be
could
surprised
be.
if it was.
It could be.
But in the comics, that's how it goes. I think.
Yeah, it could be a real Katniss Everdeen in Hunger Games
A little,
situation or something.
Little tiny Stark
Yeah, Tiny Stark.
instead of Tony.
Oh, God. I see what you did there. That's pretty good.
Bazinga!
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna say that it's the logical end to his character's arc, his character's journey. He's made all these mistakes along
Yeah,
the way, and
you're
I
right.
think that he's the one that should make the heroic sacrifice, more so
'Cause he
than
teased
any
he
other
would.
character. Yeah,
In the
I mean,
very first Avengers.
exactly. That's the thing. They teased it in the first Avengers. They brought him back immediately.
Oh my gosh! Remember what Cap says to him?
but- No.
You're not the guy to crawl over the to crawl away and let the other guy climb over the wire, or however he put it. And
I
then
don't
Tony Stark
remember
says, "I
that.
think I just cut the wire." Remember that?
Okay.
Captain
I
America
vaguely
is the first
remember
one that accused him of not laying down his life for everyone.
Oh, that was when they were on.
Can you imagine if
that was when they were on the helicarrier?
yes?
Right?
Can you imagine if Tony references that like in a like a
would be
best
real
friend
good.
way? Like remember what
Be
you said I
real
wouldn't
good.
do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So much stuff that they can do in this next movie. Yeah.
Why are they so smart?
They've just planned it out. They really.
How many
a
hours
good
and
job.
months and years of development went into this before they even actually hit record for Iron Man?
Clearly
I mean, good
a
lord.
lot. I mean, you have to think because they really have tied just about all these movies together. I mean, obviously there's some that don't really fit in, like, Ant-Man is kind of whatever.
It's fun.
It's fun.
They had
It
to
doesn't really
drop
tie
in the
at
fun
all.
movies.
Yeah, there are a couple movies that don't really mean anything in the long run.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's a lot of movies that have planted seeds that are just, sprouting now, basically.
What happens to Thor? What
happens
happens
to
to Thor?
Thor, I think that he's going to go off into space.
Okay.
Probably with
And leave his character up for grabs, or 50-50. He could make more movies or he won't.
Yeah, I
It
think
would
like
make sense either way.
I think with him, he's one where they could bring him back and do something with him, or just kind of leave him out there. I think that they're gonna find some sort of new Asgard or something like that.
Yeah.
Him and whatever's left of the Asgardians. Maybe bring back Jamie Alexander, even though probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, get Korg and Meek up there or something. Put them all on a planet.
What's that? Where am I going? Oh, I'm going to go with Thor. Find new Asgard. It will be a haven for aliens alike. Oh, no, Love Foundation's gone.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I think
I love doing the Korg voice.
Korg is great.
Ah,
yeah.
yes. Scrapper
Little New
142.
Zealand accent.
The 140-tooth Scrapper. It's in the blooper reel for Ragnarok.
Oh, is it?
They couldn't record it because every time he said it, Hemsworth could not stop laughing. He'd look at it and he'd be like... Because Taika Waititi's hilarious.
He's real
He's a
funny.
comedian,
He's real
dude.
funny.
He needs to
Yeah.
do stand-up because he is a gem.
Yeah, he's just a real goofy dude,
He's
basically.
so funny.
Yeah.
He's eccentric, is what
Exactly.
he is. He's a textbook director.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What happens to Hawkeye and what happens to Black Widow? And we're just doing the original Avengers,
okay.
obviously,
What happens to Black Widow is probably going to survive.
because she has a solo movie
She
coming
has her
up.
solo
I don't
movie
know if
coming
it's a
out.
prequel or not.
I don't know what
So.
it's going to be.
I don't think anyone does yet.
Yeah.
It was
no.
just confirmed a couple months ago, I think.
But I think that she survived. I think that probably what they're going to end up doing with that Black Widow movie, because let's be completely honest, Black Widow has not been that interesting in these movies. They haven't really done a whole lot with
In
her.
the Captain America, the second two, what? The second and third Captain America films.
Yes.
She's great.
Yeah.
Winter
no,
Soldier,
she is.
she's great.
She gets
Civil,
more to
Civil
do.
War, she's great.
Yeah, I think that probably what they're gonna do with that is kind of make that into sort of a team up movie, like have her have Dora Milaje girl. I don't actually remember her name right now.
Okoye?
Yes.
She's the leader. You talking about the leader
Yeah.
of the Dora Milaje?
Yeah, and
Okoye. Play nice.
and whoever else that they want to put in, maybe like Scarlet Witch or somebody.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think like that's probably what they'll do with that movie.
Some femme fatale type team
Sort
up
of
movie.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that she probably survives. I don't know what happens ultimately with her. Hawkeye probably gets it. Just because I think that what they're gonna do with him is they're gonna do like a Ronin type thing where his family's all dead and he's looking for vengeance.
Oh, okay.
So I think that he probably does not last.
Was
in
that
this
Ronan's
movie.
motivator in the first
Basically.
Guardians?
Well, not like Ronin, not like that Ronin. Like there's a different Marvel character.
There is?
And it's basically when
Okay, because
Yeah.
I was totally confused there for a second.
yeah, it's like Barton's family gets killed and then he
Right, which I
dons like a
understand
new
that.
identity
Oh,
basically, and that
okay.
is Ronin, not Lee Pace's Ronin the Accuser.
I was gonna say, I was like, Ronan the Accuser.
No, a totally
Okay.
separate thing. Because that's the thing. Because you saw like have you seen like the set photos of him where he's like in all black and stuff, and he has his fancy high fade.
And for the fourth Avengers.
Yeah, for the fourth Avengers.
Yeah, I think I saw. I don't know if I saw
Okay.
him, but I know I saw Cap and Tony Stark. And Cap, dude, it looks like they're back in New York at
Yeah.
the events in New York.
Oh, okay. Like
It to- 'cause
like the
he's-
Chitauri invasion.
He's wearing
or-
that goofy, terrible suit.
It's so bad.
Oh, it's so
Has the
bad.
stripes.
It's so
Yeah.
bad. It just looks like it looks like a costume you get for your little kid
Mm-hmm.
who's dressing up for school for a costume contest.
Yeah.
It's just like ugh. Whereas in Winter Soldier, he looks awesome.
The Winter Soldier one
Oh,
is
it's
the best
one,
by
hands
far.
down.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's ultimately what I think is going to happen with Hawkeye. Because actually, in those set photos, he's wearing it's pretty much like a version of the Ronin costume without the mask.
Okay.
So I think that it's kind of where his character is going to go.
Those set photos were high quality too. And
They were.
They let them leak on purpose.
They
I
might
bet you.
have. Because, I mean, that stuff kind of gets out there anyway
Set
at
photos.
this point.
Well, yeah, because where are they shooting in L.A.? I mean,
Yeah. Well, no, I think they're probably shooting in Atlanta for the tax breaks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that why they still do so much East Coast shooting?
That's
like
why
in
so much
Atlanta?
stuff is filmed in Atlanta, because it's cheaper to film. Atlanta and Vancouver.
Vancouver, yeah.
Yeah, they're
They
two
film
like,
a lot of stuff
cheap
in
places
Vancouver.
to film.
I can think of two things off the bat: Arrow,
Arrow.
and then Tron
The
Legacy.
Flash.
Tron
Tron
Legacy.
Legacy?
Tron
Okay.
Legacy was filmed in Vancouver.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of movies like Toronto
That's a
is another one. I don't think that they
brilliant
do
film,
Toronto
too.
as much anymore, but there's a lot of that.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Canada this must be pretty good with that, I guess.
I think they are. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we pretty much.
I think Germany is also.
Oh yeah,
if I'm
Germany.
remembering right, and
Frankfurt.
Ireland too.
Yeah, come film your movie in Frankfurt.
Yeah. Yeah. Seems that. Okay. Those are like the big ones that I know of at
We'll give
least.
you German beer. And
Yeah.
I
Fantastic.
I can't even do the rest. Oh, so fun. Oh yeah. So we've pretty much addressed those three main theories about Time Stone, the Soul Stone being traded for Gamora's life. At least to bring back Gamora, because these theories that we're talking about aren't just to bring back all the characters, but
Yeah.
even just a couple of them, because there's just so much to talk about with Avengers 4.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see what else I had here to discuss with my friend Gerard. We
Yep.
didn't talk about Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen with him?
That's one that I don't really know for sure. Like, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna send him into space again? Are they gonna? Because
he can't separate himself from the Hulk, right?
no, unless something crazy happens. No.
There's gamma radiation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what they do with him. Because I mean, do you think they continue that relationship with him and Black Widow that nobody cares about?
I would be okay with it.
Okay.
So I think it's an option.
It is.
You
It
don't?
is. No, I definitely think it's an option. I just don't know what more that you do with him, because they've made it pretty clear that they're not gonna make another solo Hulk movie. And I think a big
So I thought I just saw some rumors circling that they might.
okay. Because I know a big part of that
I
is
mean,
because
You could slot him in where they were going to do Inhumans,
oh boy, Inhumans,
right? We
Yes.
talked about that dumpster fire.
Oh yeah,
That's their first royal. That's Disney's first.
that's the first
royal
thing that
screw
they've
up.
completely messed
Completely
up.
botched.
They kind of have survived that. They hid that under the rug a
Because they
little bit.
canceled it, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they
Like
quietly
after the
canceled that
after the
like-
pilot.
not after
It didn't
the
even
pilot.
go. It didn't even go full season.
I don't know because I didn't watch the full
No, neither
season.
did I.
I think that they quietly canceled it. I think after probably like 13 episodes or something
Okay.
like that. Also, like I would think that show would be much more expensive than Agents of Shield or any of the Netflix
yeah.
stuff. So I don't know why they thought that was a good idea, but
They
whatever.
were bored.
Yeah, I think that they got a little bit full of themselves and
Yeah,
thought that they
totally.
couldn't do
To pull off
anything
anything.
wrong at that
Yeah.
point.
But they got humbled.
And who knows,
And
they
the-
might just
the
get
fans let them know about it.
yes, very much so.
Oh,
And who knows,
man,
they may
the-
just get the.
Dude, the backlash on that show.
It was pretty big.
Oh man.
It was pretty big. And you know what? The
I mean,
thing is,
gloves came off.
Yeah.
It was just people were so angry.
oh, and because it was bad. It was a
So-
bad TV show.
Was it Blackguard Boltagon, right?
Blackguard Boltagon.
Is that his name?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's his actual name.
Black Bolt.
And what I was saying is, they might just get the X-Men at some point anyway.
Oh yeah.
And
No, they're
that's
going to, and I think they can fix what Fox
better.
has screwed up for a decade and a half.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, why do they ever get away from that X-Men timeline from X-Men X2 to X3? Why'd they ever stop that?
Because they made X3, and it was a terrible movie.
That's why. Okay.
I
I mean, the Juggernaut crap.
Juggernaut.
Everyone else was crap
more than that.
also.
It was
I think Juggernaut stands out to me as the worst in that movie. The worst antagonist was Juggernaut.
I really dislike that movie because Because here's the thing. I really like the X-Men. They're probably my favorite Marvel characters collectively. I think Cyclops might actually be my favorite Marvel character, even though he's a bad bloke.
I did like Kelsey Grammer's Beast.
That was pretty good. Yeah, he did a good job. That was the one good thing about X-Men United.
Well, you said Cyclops is a bad guy?
I mean,
why?
He's
What's
not
wrong with
great.
Summers?
Let me see. What stuff has he done?
He's not an anti-hero, is he?
He's kind of become one recently.
Interesting.
Like in
How?
in more recent runs, like he was mind controlled and killed Charles Xavier. And now he's
okay.
sort of become like this like mutant rights activist sort of.
Oh. He went the
and
what's
it's
her name? He went the Raven route.
sort of
Yeah.
a little bit. And like he's teamed up with like Magneto and
Oh, brilliant.
and Mystique at this point. And Magneto's different, but yeah, so he's kind of he's a bit evil at this point, but then even before that, he did cheat on Jean Grey with what's her face, Crystal Lady.
Oh, that's right, he did.
Yeah. So he's done some bad stuff, but for some reason he's still like
Jean Grey kills him.
Yeah. For some reason, well, yeah, in the
Or
movies that's true. She did.
It was the Dark Phoenix. It was the Phoenix power that killed him, right? The Phoenix power overtook her.
In the wait,
in X3.
In X3, yeah, in X3. Yeah, but I don't know why he's my favorite character, but for some reason he is. I don't know. So I like some of the Fox X-Men movies. Like I like the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I like X2, which actually I just realized I called it X3 X-Men United, but X2 is X-Men. These titles are terrible.
I know, it's so bad.
So I like X-Men. I like X2. I like Days of Future Past. I like First Class, kind of.
And
Apocalypse, I think, is fine.
What's going to be interesting is how they begin these potential setups for these franchises they're going to be pulling in.
Yeah.
So who knows? Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Avengers 4 could set up a lot of things that they're going to be acquiring.
Yeah, definitely.
Just like the X-Men, for instance. I mean,
set up
who
mutants.
knows? They could set up mutants somehow. We'll see what happens next May. I think it's May 3rd is the slotted release date.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up in the 8th episode of the Point of View podcast, we're going to be talking Solo, a Star Wars story.
And
if you could see Gerard's face right now.
You know what?
Oh, man. Save it. Save it.
I'm going to save it
Save it.
Okay.
For now, it is Cade Lee is who I am.
Gerard Arkins. That's my name.
Signing off from the Point of View podcast, where everything we tell you is true.
From a certain point of view.
Yes, from a certain point of view. We will see you all very soon. See you later.